Hello students, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to my channel. This is a very important class on modern playwrights and today we will talk about Noel Coward. But before starting, I want to give you a brief introduction about myself. My name is Vrishti Mukherjee. I have qualified NTA UGC NET exam in English literature 3 times and have also qualified West Bengal SET examination. I have 2 years of teaching experience. Moreover, I have also taught in NPTEL online course from IIT Madras 3 times. So that is all about myself. This is the link of my Telegram channel. So those of you who have not joined yet, please join to get notification of all important classes. And also please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel so that many more new learners can join. And these are the timings of the classes: Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m, Saturday, Sunday off. So don't forget to join me live. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notifications. Okay, so those of you who are watching live, please like and share this video with your friends so that many more new learners can join. Good evening, welcome, Nature Worldwide. Okay. So let's start our class today with Noel Coward. So Noel Coward, good evening, Javed, welcome. Noel Coward 1899 to 1973, that is his timeline. So Noel Coward, he was obviously a modern British playwright, and we will talk about his plays today. Mainly 6 important plays today we are going to discuss. Good evening, Priya. Good evening, Suman. Welcome. So Noel Coward 1899 to 1973. Okay. यस प्रिया, लैम्ब बेकन के ऊपर अभी अलग से क्लासेस मैंने नहीं ली है, बट डोंट वरी, वी विल डिस्कस इट. ओके. सो नोवेल कावर्ड 1899 टू 1973. सो पूरा नाम क्या था? नोवेल पियर्स कावर्ड, दैट वाज हिज कंप्लीट नेम. ही वाज बोर्न ऑन 16th December 1899 in Teddington in London. His father was a piano salesman. Okay, so he was the son of a salesman. His elder brother died at the age of 6, and later he took admission in Royal Dance Academy. He took admission in Dance Academy also. He started learning dance. Okay, and अगर हम उसके career की बात करें, so he was also famous as an actor. He first acted in a children's play named The Goldfish. And he was greatly inspired by the actor manager Charles Hawtrey. These are biographical details. इसमें समझने का कुछ नहीं है, just some information. Greatly inspired by actor manager Charles Hawtrey, and basically he gained experience from his trip to America, which shaped many of his plays. He was a great actor, playwright, composer, and director. Okay, so that was the biography of Noel Coward. And now we move on to his plays. Not so much important plays, but yes, some plays are definitely important. We will discuss 6 important plays today. The first play is The Vortex, published in 1924. The first play is The Vortex, 1924. So it was a play in 3 acts. Okay, and his first successful play, The Vortex, that is why it is important. So थीम क्या है इसका? It exposes the artificiality of 1920s culture. So basically Noel Coward is writing plays based on social realism, and his plays mainly have the element of satire. So here he is exposing the artificiality of 1920s culture, the pompousness and vanity. Okay, it was also adapted into a film. So, okay, so the main plot is, the main character is Nicky Lancaster, who is a faithless young piano composer. And also remember that his father was also a piano salesman. So maybe he brought the plot of this of this play from that particular profession, but there is no direct autobiographical reference in this novel, in this play, but you can still connect it. So Nicky Lancaster, who is a fakeless young piano composer, and he loves a journalist named Bunty Mainwaring. Okay, so his life, the life of that piano composer, that is very traumatic, or you may say very disturbing. So his mother has extramarital affairs, so his family is also not so much supportive. Okay, and his mother is Florence naam tha uske mother ka. She loves Tom, Bunty's ex boyfriend, so that kind of a disturbing relationship was there. The piano composer Nicky, he loves the girl Bunty Mainwaring, and his mother loves Bunty's ex-lover Tom. And Nikki is obviously jealous for that, and Nikki is very much sad, upset also. So in an evening party, Nikki quarrels with his mother, okay, and quarrels with his mother on the basis of Tom. Okay, so Tom is the main point of their debate, their argument. So Nikki quarrels with his mother related to that, and gradually he is obsessed with cocaine, so he becomes a drug addict. And after that, Florence, when Nikki quarrels with Florence in between the party or in the midst of the party, so Florence feels very uneasy and insecure because Nikki has known everything. He has known the truth that Florence has an affair with Bunty's ex-boyfriend, Tom. So that was very much uneasy for Florence. Florence feels that kind of disturbed. Now, Bunty breaks off her engagement with Nikki after learning all these things, after learning the truth. So, later, Nikki reveals the truth to his mother, which truth that he is recently addicted to cocaine. That truth is revealed by Nikki to his mother, and he requests his mother to behave like a true mother, because what Florence is behaving, that is not the behavior of a true mother. She has no um, care for her own son, and she is also not caring about their social prestige. So he requests her to behave like a true mother, and at the end of the play, it is shown that both are trying to change themselves, both are trying to modify themselves. Okay, and it was a very notorious play because here drug symbolizes homosexuality. There are some homosexual lineage also throughout this play, so very notorious play here, and drug here symbolizes homosexuality. That is important. Okay, so that is about the play The Vortex. So Vortex itself symbolizes a kind of spinning wheel, right, where everything is confusing, everything is topsy-turvy. So that kind of turbulent situation is also hinted in the title, and it is talking about the turbulence in Nikki's mind, right? Okay, moving on to next play, Hay Fever, 1925. It was performed in 1925. Hay Fever. Okay, so this particular play, it was written as a comedy in 1924. So 1924 में लिखा गया था, 1925 में it was performed, it was written as a comedy. तो setting कहाँ पर है? English country house in 1920s, that is the setting of the play. And it is talking about an eccentric family, very comic eccentric family, that is Bliss family. It is talking about Bliss family who has 4 eccentric members. Okay, now the major character of this family, that is David Bliss, who lives at Cookham. David Bliss is the head of the family, he is the father, and David Bliss has 2 children, so Sorrel and Simon. They are brothers and sisters. Okay, now the play opens with Sorrel and Simon. They are talking in artistic language. So as it is mentioned that very eccentric family, so their behavior are also very much odd and dis not exactly dissatisfactory, but odd and eccentric, and somehow you will feel that some kind of insanity is also there, though not directly, still it is there. So the play opens with Sorrel and Simon. They are talking in artistic language. So very interesting. Normally we don't talk in artistic language, right? And what is David doing? David is a novelist who is writing a new novel, and he is trying to finish it. So he concentrates on his novel. Now his wife, which means Sorrel and Simon's mother, she reflects on her past life as a theater actress. So their mother was a theater actress, and Judith is doing nothing. She is just reflecting uh, or recollecting her past memories as a theater actress. So all the characters, they are doing different things, and none of them are related to each other actually. Okay, so the children, they are doing something different, the father is doing something different, and the mother is lost in memory. Now what happens that each of them invites guests. Each of the member in this family, the four members, they invite their own guests, but without informing each other. That is also important. तो घर में वो गेस्ट बुला रहे हैं, but एक दूसरे को बताते नहीं, ठीक है, without informing each other. So all of them are inviting guests individually, but without informing each other. Now what happens that Judith ने किसको invite किया? Judith invites Sandy Tyrell, who was her fan. As Judith was an actress, तो उन्होंने अपना fan को बुलाया, Sandy Tyrell. Simon invites Myra Arundel. He's Simon's own acquaintance. Sorrel and David, they invite Richard and Jackie. But very interestingly, they invited guests, but all of them are silent. There is not much discussion. Generally क्या होता है, जब guests घर में आते हैं, हम उसके साथ बातें करते हैं, उसके साथ हम discuss करते हैं various issues में. We are also reminiscing our past life, recalling our past memories. But here the guests are coming, but they are all silent. They are it seems that they are not very much inclined to talk, or they are not very much excited to talk. So all of them are actually silent, and at the end what happens that everyone leaves with the guests except Judith. Judith को छोड़कर बाकी सभी अपने अपने गेस्ट को लेकर बाहर जा रहे हैं to spend time in their own way. And Judith is left with Richard, and she flirts with Richard. Now Sandy kisses Sorrel in the library, so they are spending their own time. David flirts with Myra. Okay, and later what happens, there is also a play within a play structure. Judith acts from a play, Love's Whirlwind. Judith decides to act a play, Love's Whirlwind, and this play is important because Judith, as a theater actress, she was successful by performing this play. Okay, तो ये उनके कैरियर का एक बहुत अच्छा पार्ट है. That is why it is talking about she is trying to play Love's Whirlwind, and at the end she faints. Now ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है कि वो फेंट हो रहा है. Is it real or is it a part of acting? That is not clear. And is this a game that comes like a refrain? Okay, it's a refrain. Yes, meaningless play like the Cheers. Absolutely, Suman. So Cheers is an absurd play. It is not completely absurd. Noel Coward's play are not absurd. So basically, yes, there are some absurdist element, obviously. And is this a game? It comes a refrain. And this reminds me of another play. I hope you have all read it. That is Vijay Tendulkar's play, Silence, the Court is in Session. So in this play also, when Leela Benare and her theater group, they are trying to stage another play. So what happens that they are trying to practice a mock theater, that is also play within a play. And in that mock theater, all the characters, they are deliberately hurting Benare, revealing her past tragic, traumatic life. And all of them are saying that, why are you sad? It's just a game. But it doesn't mean to be a game. It means to be real. But it is portrayed as a game. So here also that kind of refrain is coming. Is this a game? It's a refrain. So why is this refrain coming? Because the whole structure of the play is very confusing. Sometimes they are acting play within a play, and sometimes that is the real play. So when Judith faints at the end, it becomes very difficult to guess that whether it is a part of that play, Love's Whirlwind, or this particular play which Noel Coward is writing. Yes, so that is how this play ends. Okay, and another thing I have forgot to tell you, that is yesterday we have discussed John Osborne and Arnold Wesker, who were representative of Angry Young Man group. So Noel Coward and in tomorrow's class we will discuss Terence Rattigan. Both of them are belonging to the group of drawing room comedy. Drawing room comedy. Now yesterday I am telling in brief that what is drawing room comedy. So drawing room comedy is actually just opposite to Angry Young Man. plays, or you may say kitchen sink drama. And kitchen sink drama emerged actually as a reaction to drawing room comedy. So drawing room comedy actually क्या है basically, अगर आप एक word में बताओ, so it is talking about a play, or it is talking about a setting which is very much artificially maintained, and it is forcefully made to be beautiful, that kind of thing. That drawing room which is always decorated, which is always beautiful in every place, but drawing room is not the reality. That is a kind of mask over the reality. We always decorate drawing room. We are very cautious about the beauty of the drawing room. Why? Because that is the place where visitors come and sit for the first time. So drawing room creates an impression in the visitor's mind. Okay, if drawing room is very nasty, very dirty, then visitors will not agree to go into the room. So drawing room is always decorated. So that is the appearance, that is the apparent reality. But the inner reality is something different. Inner reality is the kitchen sink. Okay, so these kind of plays, drawing room comedies, they are trying to project only the upper class complacency, upper class mentality, and something that is very sophisticated, very you may say very prudent, and also very much foppish thing start there in drawing room comedy. Okay, so this kind of plays, they are mainly centered in a very comfortable in a very comfortable setting or comfortable place, room, and the characters, they are also very much cautious because they are all inside the drawing room, not literally the drawing room, but drawing room here is a symbol of comfort, symbol of something positive, and also it is a symbol of apparent reality, masking the reality, hiding the reality. That is drawing room comedy. But kitchen sink drama is telling you the basic, the raw, and also the harsh reality which we don't want to face, which we always want to hide. Kitchen sink drama is opening that. But drawing room comedy is just opposite. It is a kind of masking the reality or hiding the reality. Yes, artificial and showy things. Absolutely. Good evening, Cherry. अच्छा, कॉलेज का एग्जाम चल रहा है. Okay, so all the best for your exam. So this is about the play. We have discussed two plays. Okay, the Vortex and Hay Fever. Okay, moving on to next play. Next play is Private Lives, published in 1930. Private Lives. Now, Private Lives, this is a comedy of manners. Okay, comedy of manners, you all know, we have also read comedy of manners. So divided into 3 acts, and there is a song in this play जो कि आपके एग्जाम में आ सकता है. तो बस टाइटल याद रखना सॉन्ग का, Someday I Will Find You. That is a song included in the play. This play was also made into a film. तो इसका प्लॉट क्या है? It is talking about a divorced couple, Elliot and Amanda. This Elliot is not T.S. Eliot. Okay, so Elliot and Amanda, they are a divorced couple, and they are remarried. Both of them have remarried and in their honeymoon with new spouses. Okay, so दोनों एक ही जगह में गए हैं in their honeymoon with their new spouses. Elliot marries Sybil and they are in Dewville. Okay, now what happens that Amanda marries Victor, but still haunted by her previous marital life. So Elliot marries Sybil, he is happy, and Amanda marries Victor, but Amanda is not properly happy. She is always haunted by her past life, by her past memories with Elliot, or past conjugal life with Elliot. Later, Elliot and Amanda both realizes their love for each other, though they are divorced. They love each other and they recognize that they still have some feelings. So when they realize their love for each other, Elliot and Amanda both leave their new partners and they are trying to reunite. Okay, so they cannot live with each other and without each other. So there is a very complex relationship among them. They cannot live with each other, इसलिए तो उनका डिवोर्स हो गया, बट दे कैनॉट ऑल्सो लिव विदाउट ईच अदर. अब वो एक दूसरे को छोड़कर भी नहीं रह सकते, एक दूसरे के साथ भी नहीं रह सकते. So that kind of a situation is there, and whenever they are together, Amanda quarrels with Elliot. Elliot slaps her. So again, some kind of fury emerges in their relationship. Then at that particular time, Sybil and Victor arrive to console them or to take back to their new life. They fight among each other. Okay, and what happens that finally they decided to live together, though it becomes very difficult for them. And Sybil and Victor, they are very much disturbed and disheartened also in their own relationship. Hmm. So that is how the play ends. Private life. So obviously, it is talking about private lives. From the title, also you can guess that private lives and very dark reality is shown here, but under the garb of a beautiful setting, comfortable setting. Okay, moving on to next play, Design for Living, published in 1933. Design for Living, very interesting title. So, Design for Living, here the characters are presented as misfit in society's moral structure. They are not compatible to the moral codes of society. हाँ, absolutely, Suman. So characters are misfit in society's moral structure. Okay, moral code में वो match नहीं कर रहे थे. तो character कौन है? Gilda, who is a designer and who formerly loved a writer जिसका नाम था Leo. Okay, but now she is living with a painter named Otto. Okay, later what happens that another art dealer, एक नए से कैरेक्टर का इंट्रोडक्शन हो रहा है, Ernest Friedman. Ernest Friedman, an art dealer, he comes to meet her and he informs Gilda that Leo is back from Paris as a successful man. Okay, so वो गिल्डा को क्या बता रहे कि लियो, your former lover, he is already back from Paris and he is now a very successful man and also a successful writer. And when Leo comes, he secretly meets Gilda and they spend night together in the absence of Otto. So when Otto comes to know that, Otto angrily leaves Gilda because she is betraying her. Now Ernest again meets Gilda and Gilda declares that she wants to live with Otto. Gilda decides that she doesn't want to leave her present life, so she wants to live with Otto. And Leo also discovers the truth that Gilda is trying to live with Otto, but later what happens? An unexpected ending. Gilda marries Ernest at the end and becomes a successful designer. So the character of Gilda is very disturbing and very controversial. So Gilda is a misfit in society's moral code here, if you try to analyze the theme. Okay, so that is why Design for Living, and that design is very complicated. तो इसका एंडिंग भी बहुत ही मतलब शॉकिंग एंडिंग है कि गिल्डा फाइनली मैरीज अर्नेस्ट एंड बिकम्स अ सक्सेसफुल डिजाइनर. Okay, that is how the novel ends. Sorry, that is how the play ends. ओके, मूविंग ऑन टू अच्छा, उसके बाद क्या होता है? नहीं, उसके साथ और भी कुछ इंसिडेंट है. गिल्डा मैरीज अर्नेस्ट एंड बिकम्स अ सक्सेसफुल डिजाइनर. उसके बाद क्या होता है? गिल्डा थ्रोज अ पार्टी फॉर सम इंपॉर्टेंट क्लाइंट्स. यहाँ पर ही एंडिंग नहीं है. Gilda throws a party for some important clients, and among that clients, Otto and Leo also comes. Okay, now Ernest is very shocked because Ernest sees them in his bedroom wearing his pajamas. So very interesting that Ernest is seeing that Otto and Leo, they are intervening into the lives of Ernest. Now Otto and Leo explain that Gilda's status as Ernest's wife is completely irrelevant. Ernest leaves disgustingly, and at the end of the play, Gilda, Otto, Leo, they laugh together. So that is why comedy of manners, disturbing relationships are there, intrigues are there, जो कि main feature है comedy of manners का. ठीक है, तो ending बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है, एक अनएक्सपेक्टेड ट्विस्ट. यहाँ पर ही हमको लग रहा है कि द प्ले शुड एंड व्हेन गिल्डा मैरीज अर्नेस्ट एंड बिकम्स अ सक्सेसफुल डिजाइनर. बट उसके बाद एक और ट्विस्ट होता है कि गिल्डा ऑल्सो लीव्स अर्नेस्ट एंड फाइनली अर्नेस्ट इज बिट्रेड, अर्नेस्ट इज डिससैटिस्फाइड, and at the end what happens that all the three laugh together. So it's a plan of the three together. हाँ, confusion, हाँ, इसमें थोड़ा सा confusion है because there are so many characters and Gilda's character is very shaky in that sense. वो बहुत अपना मतलब partners change कर रहे हैं continuously. And finally वो किसी के साथ भी नहीं रह रहे हैं Gilda, and finally the three people they laugh together. So that's how the play ends. Okay, moving on to next play, Present Laughter, published in 1939. Present Laughter. So this is also very interesting play. This is a farcical comedy, and very importantly, the title is taken from Twelfth Night. ये जरूर याद रखना. Title का source बहुत important है. So title is taken from Twelfth Night. Okay, it was performed in 1942. अब लिखा गया था इसको 1939 में, performed in 1942. Why? Because during the Second World War, theater houses were closed. ठीक है, थिएटर हाउसेस बंद था, थिएटर ऑर्गेनाइज करना मना था, इसलिए इतने साल बाद इसका परफॉर्मेंस हुआ. 1939 में लिखा गया था एंड इट वाज परफॉर्म्ड इन 1942. तो इसका प्लॉट क्या है? गैरी इसेंडाइन, हु इज अ 40-year-old कॉमेडी एक्टर. It is talking about an actor, Gary Essendine, who is a 40-year-old comedy actor, and Gary has an admirer जिसका नाम है Daphne Stillington, who is an admirer of Gary. Okay, and and later what happens that Gary is in his own apartment, and when Daphne comes to meet Gary, but he is informed that Gary is sleeping, so he has to wait. Now when he is waiting, he encounters 3 employees of Gary. उसमें कौन कौन थे? हाउसकीपर मिस एरिक्सन, वैलेट फ्रेड एंड सेक्रेटरी मोनिका. इन तीनों पीपल के साथ वो एनकाउंटर कर रहे थे. ठीक है, एंड ड्यूरिंग दैट एनकाउंटर अनदर कैरेक्टर अराइव्स जिसका नाम है जोआना. जोआना कम्स टू मीट Gary. Okay, later what happens that Joanna seduces Gary very interestingly, and after that in the next act it is shown that same setting, but वहां पर Daphne इंटरव्यू ले रहा था इन तीनों कैरेक्टर्स को, यहाँ पर Joanna इंटरव्यू ले रहा है these 3 characters. The same characters are there, the housekeeper, Miss Erickson, Fred and Monica, but earlier Daphne was interviewing them, and now Joanna is interviewing them. Okay, now finally Gary decides to go to Africa. When Daphne arrives with his ticket for visiting Africa, and then Ronald and Joanna both come and announce having the same ticket. तो सब लोग अफ्रीका जाने की प्लान कर रहे हैं. इस टाइप का एक प्ले है. ठीक है, so when Gary decides to go to Africa, everyone is claiming their tickets and they are also trying to go to Africa. So that is why present laughter, very funny play. Okay, good evening Jyoti, welcome. Acha, okay Iftika, no problem, you can watch the recorded session obviously. Okay, so that is about this play, present laughter. Not so important, but this play is important, Blithe Spirit, published in 1941. That is the very famous play of Noel Coward. Okay, so Blithe Spirit, that is the last play, that is the last important play of today's class. So it's a comic play obviously, and iska plot kya hai? Main character is a novelist, Charles Condamine. Charles Condamine, who is a novelist who wishes to learn about the occult for a novel he is writing. तो वो एक नॉवल लिख रहे थे जिसमें एक occult plot लिखना था, मतलब ब्लैक मैजिक, निक्रोमेंसी के साथ रिलेटेड कुछ लिखना था. ठीक है, सो ही इज ट्राइंग टू डू एन एक्सपेरिमेंट विद दैट काइंड ऑफ ऑकल्ट. ठीक है, तो लेटर क्या होता है? मादाम आर्केटी, another character, she is an eccentric woman. She summons a Cenes. Okay, so Cenes वो summon कर रहे हैं. Cenes का मतलब है one kind of it's an archaic term. It is actually kind of planchet, you may say. Okay, तो एक planchet type का वो बुला रहे हैं मादाम आर्केटी, and in that particular planchet, Charles's first wife Elvira is summoned. Okay, so Elvira is summoned and Charles is now married to Ruth. So his second wife Ruth does not believe it. Okay, Ruth does not believe that this kind of ghosts can be summoned. Okay, this kind of ghosts can be summoned. She can't believe it. So his second wife Ruth does not believe it, and now Elvira disturbs Charles's marriage. Elvira is trying to frighten Ruth in various ways, but Ruth can't understand the source, and so very nasty things are going on. And finally, what happens that Elvira kills Ruth out of jealousy. Okay, Elvira kills Ruth out of jealousy. That is the result. Now, after the killing of Ruth, Ruth's ghost comes to take revenge on Elvira. So बहुत ही funny एक मतलब gothic inclination जरूर है, but funny है. Occult का मतलब है सुअर, इट इज एक्चुअली टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग दैट इज सीक्रेट. अगर आप एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग देखो डिक्शनरी का, तो इट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट सम काइंड ऑफ सीक्रेट नॉलेज और हिडन नॉलेज और फॉरबिडन नॉलेज यू में से. But actually occult is related to magic or something that is very miraculous. You can also associate it with black magic, astronomy. ओके जो कि मतलब सुपर नेचुरल चीजों के साथ एसोसिएटेड है, दैट इज ऑकल्ट. बट एक्चुअली अकॉर्डिंग टू डिक्शनरी ऑकल्ट मीन्स समथिंग दैट इज सीक्रेट, हिडन, एंड दैट इज व्हाई मिस्टीरियस. Okay, so Ruth's ghost comes to take revenge on Elvira, and finally, जब ये revenge का game चल रहा है, so Madam Market realizes that Charles's life is in danger, so she advises Charles to leave the place. Okay, and the Charles obviously leaves his own house, and the play ends with the ghosts destroying various things. तो घोस्ट उसके पूरे रूम को, पूरे हाउस को तहस नहस कर रहा है. इस टाइप का एक लास्ट में एंडिंग है. सो वेरी पिक्यूलियर एंड ऑल्सो वेरी फनी प्ले in that sense. Yes, gothic hai, but gothic not in that sense. It's a very funny gothic, you may say. Okay, so one ghost, she is trying to take revenge on another ghost, and finally the living man, he has to flee. So that is the plot of Blithe Spirit. Okay, now so that is about Noel Coward and his plays. ज़्यादा important plays नहीं है, but yes, you need to know the name, you need to know the titles and also the basic details about his plays, because he is a very important exponent of drawing room comedy. Okay, so that is the end of today's class. Thank you all for joining. This is the link of my Telegram channels. So those of you who have not joined yet, please join to get notification of all important classes. And also please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel so that many more new learners can join. Okay, and these are the timings of the classes: Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. So tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. we will talk about Terence Rattigan. So don't forget to join me live. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notifications. Okay, so thank you all. Bye bye everyone. Good night. See you all tomorrow at 8:30 p.m.